Osio Halito. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the video. I'm your brother Daniela, aka the Copper Aboriginal. I want to give all honor and praises to Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, the merciful, the long-suffering, Elohim, Heavenly Father of my forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Elohim of Israel, my Elohim. I also want to give, recognition to Yahweh Shai and the Holy Spirit. Shout out to you brothers and sisters who keep the will of Yahweh to the best of your ability. So, I'm up here, I'm live at the job right now. Today is, if you guys don't know, I work, I drive school buses. And we don't have any students today, no kids today. And just up here just chilling at the job. But I wanted to talk about basically the situation that took place, with Sakari and their apology last night. Now, I didn't get to watch all of the video. I watched most of it. I had to go to sleep. And get ready to come up here today. So I didn't get to watch all of it. Because, them brothers, most of them, the leadership of, did I say IUIC? I meant to say of Sakari. The leadership of Sakari, most of them are out west. So they're about 3 hours behind me. I'm Eastern Standard Time. They're Western Standard Time. So, they did theirs pretty late for me. Because I'm usually in bed by like 9 o'clock. So I didn't get to watch all of it, but I watched most of it. And to me, if them brothers apologize and they truly mean it, it's accepted. I take it for face value that they apologize for what they did was wrong. Through the spirit of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, we have to accept their apology, 7 times 7 times 7 times 7, you know what I'm saying? But also with that apology comes correction, and you have to correct yourself. That's not going to keep, now, when it comes to, when you do something wrong to someone, they're going to be weary of it, from here on out. And, that's basically how people are going to treat them from now on. They're going to be a little cautious. Of course, when someone apologizes, that's a good thing, but you have to prove it too. You have to show that you mean it. And hopefully them brothers, man, hopefully they were sincere in their apology. Only them and the Most High knows, if they were sincere or not. So, I really hope that the brothers meant that. It is a blemish on Israel. I mean, shit, we catch blemishes all the time, to be honest. So it's not like this hasn't happened before. I mean, because you have leadership. You have leadership, in ISUPK, as up here saying that we should take the vaccine. You got brothers over in IUIC acting a damn fool with ISUPK. And other camps. They've had, that's not the first time they had a standoff with a camp. I'm talking about IUIC. IUIC has different smaller parts of their congregation all around the country, and they've had standoff with other camps before and other brothers before. So it's not the first time. You know what I'm saying? But what Sakari did, I do feel like it was wrong. Now, I want to apologize if I came off as being, a talebearer or anything like that. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I can apologize about that. But this is the thing. I don't necessarily like how, Sakari were basically saying, Alazar was saying, like, y'all all bearing false witness on me, blah, 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 blah. Well, see, the videos that came out, they weren't labeled as, hey, this is what's going on. I think that they should have made it very apparent on what was going on just because of the perception. But see, they said that they weren't thinking clearly, and I can accept that. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of brothers, sometimes we get caught up in stuff. You know, sometimes we get caught up in stuff. Like I was telling my wife last night. Sometimes we get caught up in stuff and we're not thinking fully. Sometimes we know we shouldn't do something, but we're so caught up in the moment that we don't address it. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes we can let things slide. So I completely understand that because we're all human and we all fall short of the glory. You know what I'm saying? So I completely felt Alazar when he said that. But what I don't like is, what I wish, no, let me say this. What I wish the brother would have done is made a separate video or stream after he made the apology stream talking about, people who were bearing false witness and things like that. Because, honestly, with him doing that in the same video, I feel like he was kind of deflecting. He kept saying, I'm not negating from what I did is wrong, but there was always a but. There was always a but. And but almost always negates what came previous, what came before that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I wish he had made another video after, because it kind of seemed like he's shifting blame. Let me say this, to be honest, I can't necessarily blame people for, casting judgment. Of course, you're supposed to, it's the matter of kings to seek out, a matter. We're supposed to hear everything out fully, before we judge someone. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about casting judgment. Of course, we always, mentally cast judgment on people beforehand, but it's all about the action of casting judgment. And we're not supposed to, cast judgment, like condemn them to some type of punishment before fully hearing them out. You know what I'm saying? Because a person can look guilty, but in the end, they can end up being innocent. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what I am saying right now. But I cannot blame brothers and sisters for saying what they were saying. Because these brothers did look like hypocrites, and what they did the other day was hypocritical. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was, through their ignorance, they were being hypocrites, okay? Because, I've been watching Sakari. Well, I haven't been watching them that much in the past, 2 years, but I had started watching Sakari probably about, I want to say 6 years ago, something like that. And they they did a lot of teaching. And let me say this. Just because someone has put out a lot of work, a body of work, does not mean that it offsets the wickedness that they do. You know why I say that? Because Yahweh don't judge people like that. The only people that are judged like that are people who are non-believers. You know what I'm saying? People who don't know Yahweh's will. Okay? You can read about that in the book of Matthew, about the lesser stripes. Those people are beaten with lesser stripes. So say if you've been a very good person your whole life, you've been, you've been helping the needy, the poor, the fatherless, the widows, all that stuff. And say you did do some wickedness in your life. Yes, you will still be chastised by Yahweh, but you will be beaten with less stripes. But if you know better, the Most High is he's gonna give you full punishment, full judgment, based on His will. Whatever His will is, that's what He's gonna do. I'm not gonna tell you what Yahweh is going to do, but I can tell you according to Scripture that Yahweh doesn't He doesn't well, you put in a lot of work, but you up here having sex with a brother's wife, so that offsets each other. No, that's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's I seen a lot of people say that in the comments section yesterday, that doesn't work. That's not realistic. That's not how things are. You don't That's not how Yahweh operates. Saying like, oh well, you know what, you did a lot of good deeds, so that offsets your wickedness. No, he's going to still judge you, and he's going to still destroy you. So brothers and sisters, stop saying that. That's not scriptural at all. So, anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, like I said, you know, they should have made a separate video. You know, come after the people who were blatantly, you know, slandering them, bearing false witness. Now, what I said in the video is it looked like they were strippers. These sisters are strippers. And the reason why I said that is because, you know, they said that they were at a nightclub, okay? And, you know, where I'm from, nightclubs, strip clubs can also be considered nightclubs. They're also called like gentlemen's clubs. And they got many different names for them. So I'm like, okay, you're at a strip club or a nightclub, whatever. It's the same thing, you know, because there's lascivious behavior being had at both of them. You know what I'm saying? And hearing Al-Azhar's story about them trying to find venues and stuff like that, I understand. But honestly, if I were them, I would have came up with another way. If you know, maybe they got to a point with the owners of the venue to where they were like, okay, you know, we're gonna have things our way. They're not gonna be having all this, you know, things that look evil, you know, because scripture says we're supposed to abstain from evil, from what appears to be evil, you know what I'm saying? I'm just paraphrasing. So, you know, maybe that's what they thought, but when it happened, they should have stopped the music. They should have stopped the music like, whoa, we can't be doing this. You know what I'm saying? So they know that they're wrong for that. And I honestly don't blame brothers and sisters for assuming that these people were at strip clubs, because we didn't have the info. You know, I think Deacon or Alice, I think it was Deacon, he said that it was just a nightclub. Either way, honestly, I don't think that you should be there. You know, but we couldn't verify that, you know, because we didn't have a name of the club or anything like that. But Al-Azhar gave the name of the club last night during his live stream, and now people can verify it. You see what I'm saying? So now, since you can verify it, okay, now people can't be like, okay, well, that was a strip club, because now we see that it was strictly a nightclub. Doesn't negate the fact that that's still an unsavory place. Honestly, I feel like the nightclub is just as bad as a strip club. Because what happens at a strip club? Ladies come out there, they get naked. You know, they do very lascivious, unsavory, ungodly things, right? Basically committing, you know, what was I about to say? Idolatry. Yeah, I guess people were claiming that they were committing idolatry. I don't know where the hell they got that from. I think I know where they was probably getting that from. Probably idolizing a woman's body, but that's not the same thing. That's not the same thing as adultery. That's just lust. Idolatry. That's just lust right there. And that's a whoring with your eyes. But honestly, I don't know. Maybe someone doesn't know what idolatry is. I don't know. Idolatry is when you literally worship, bow down, submit yourself to another deity that is not Yahweh, and worship them as if they were Yahweh. That is idolatry, you know. But anyways, you know, what it was just not good, because you get, like I said, in a strip club, you got sisters in there shaking their asses, titties, ass out, all that stuff, right? You know what you're gonna get when you go to a strip club. There's even sexual behavior going on there too. You know, like brothers and sisters actually commit adultery there. You know, but it's the same thing with a nightclub. It's the same thing with a nightclub. Sisters come there, turn up. You know how many... Come on. Everybody's been to a nightclub at some point in their life. We know how it gets in there. This is why we tell our people to stay away from them places, because we know how it gets in there. You know, not only do you have brothers who have evil demonic spirits in them ready to kill each other, but you also have sisters in there and brothers in there who like to strip, get naked, show their ass off, show their titties off, do sexual things to each other, all types of lewd behavior in there. You see what I'm saying? So it's no different. It really, I mean, him explaining that it was a strip club or a nightclub, I mean, the only valid thing that I see of that is just saying, hey, technically these are two different establishments. We were at this establishment. But when it comes to the wickedness of the places, both of them are just as equally wicked as each other. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, I guess he can say, like, oh, okay, well, technically we weren't at a strip club because it's not a strip club, but still, at the end of the day, I don't think it matters. They were both wicked locations, both very wicked locations, and we gotta abstain from the appearance of evil. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stay away from that. We should. I'm not saying that we have to, because that's not law. You know what I'm saying? It's not Levitical law. But somebody up here revving. It's not Levitical law. And I'm up here sitting in the cold, guys. I don't have the bus one just because I don't want to. I don't want to, interfere with all the sounds, because I'm sure you guys hear all the buses around me right now. But yeah, I just don't want to have a super loud sound and I gotta yell and talk over the sound and all that. So yeah, it's like 30 some degrees right now, man. It's crazy. Ohio is like that at times, man. Like, we can have a whole week of 70 degree weather, right? And then out of nowhere, boom, hit with like 50, 40, 30 degrees, right? It's crazy. But yeah. Hey, this winter was the realest winter America has ever or had in a long time, man. Cause it wasn't even just the North that felt it this year, man. It was everywhere felt it, except for a few states. You know what I'm saying? In certain areas, everybody felt it this year, and it was bad for Ohio, man. Like, we usually don't get that much snow in Ohio. I know everybody considers Ohio the North, and it is according to the United States, because we're right there on the border. We share that, the Great Lake with Canada. So yeah, we're north of a lot of places, but when you look at the whole grand scheme of things, when it comes to the map of North America, we're like kind of like in the middle. But over the past like 10 years, we really haven't had like extreme harsh winters. Last winter was kind of wintry, but this winter was very wintry, man. When we got snow in November, I was like, oh, this is about to be a long winter. So yeah, but usually our winters aren't really super chilly. Like, we'll get like 50 degree weather. Sometimes we'll get like 60 degree weather. Ohio's like one of those places. And I know people say this about a lot of states, because Florida even gets the same thing. Like, oh man, this is Florida weather for you. Sunny one moment, rain next moment. Ohio's the same thing, man. I think a lot of states are the same. I just think that's just the world, just in general. Because you hear everybody say the same thing about their state, But anyways, yeah. So back to the whole Sakari debacle. I'm glad that them brothers had a good time at their Passover. I just really wish that somebody should have been on it. With all them brothers there, like he said, it was over 200 people there. Somebody should have known, should have pulled someone aside and be like, yo, are we supposed to be doing this, man? And then, from what I heard, the brother who was filming isn't even part of Sakari. I guess he's from Dimona. Guys, get away from that place, man. They're not up under Ben Amid anymore, but they're up under his basically his, I don't know what to call him, like his leadership that he has established. Because there's other men, even though he passed away some years ago, there's other men who still carry on his teachings and carry on, the culture that he set up over there for those people. And those people are lost, man. They are lost, guys. Man, I feel like Yahweh, of course, Yahweh has everything happen for a reason. And I feel like they're over there for some type of reason. And I'm not sure why. I don't know why, but hopefully it's not a bad thing, man. Because but these they don't realize that Israel is over here. They don't realize that all those old world kingdoms are over here. We're from over here. Man, look, just do your research, guys. That's all you have to do. Do your research. Do your research, man. It's funny because there's even white people coming out speaking our truth now that we're aboriginal to the Americas. That's a lot of them starting to say that now. They know the truth. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them are fed up with the lies too, because like the scripture says that, um, they inherited lies. And they recognize that. So I'm glad that they do recognize that. That's a good thing. Because the ones who do care about truth are going to teach it. So, yeah. Man. But yeah, I really hope our people recognize soon that these lands over here is where we're from. We're not from that place that was set up in the 1930s. That's not our land. But anyways, like I said earlier, I do want to apologize if I did anything evil. You know what I'm saying? If I had bared false witness or anything like that. But, when it comes to this whole situation, it looks bad. And I don't blame anyone for, having assumptions that they were at a strip club. Because we didn't have all the info. And like I said, I reached out to Sakari. I reached out to Deacon Hakai yesterday. I messaged him. He never messaged me back. And I can show you guys on my computer when I get home, that I actually messaged the brother. But like I said yesterday, he may have been getting hit up by so many people. He may not have seen it. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? That could have been his situation. I don't know. But I did try to do my due diligence and reach out to him because he's leadership. I am friends with other people in Sakari. I'm not exactly sure the other people. I usually when I go to their profiles, that's when I know that they're part of Sakari. If I look at the picture, so I'm not sure offhand, just by looking at a name out of all the people, all the thousands of people on my friend list, who's part of Sakari. But I do know that Deacon is, and Deacon is leadership of Sakari. So I tried to reach out to him yesterday, or not yesterday, sorry, day before yesterday, because that's when I originally saw it. Day before yesterday? Yeah, day before yesterday is when I originally saw the video. So I tried to reach out to him. I even tagged him in the video, like, yo, what is this? He didn't respond to either of them. So then after that, that's when I made, the videos and stuff like that, because, the brother didn't reach out. He didn't, the whole, I think it was like 12 hours, he didn't say nothing. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I just move forward making a video. So, yeah. But I truly hope these brothers mean it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully this shows not only them, but everyone to be careful in what you do. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have to be, a famous Hebrews like camp. You know what I'm saying? But, even if nobody's watching you, stay from all appearance of evil. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from that stuff. That goes for everyone. We all need to do that. You know what I'm saying? This is why I don't associate with certain things, man. I don't like to do certain things because just the appearance of it looks bad. You know what I'm saying? Say if you're at a church, and say if you're just there just to pick up something, or if you're in a nation, if you go and do something, say if you're out there, say if, like, for example, my family, I have a lot of family that's in the Nation of Islam, right? So say if I go out there and I'm doing something with the Nation of Islam, and Nation of Islam have an event, right? And I'm out there just to eat the food, and that's all. That doesn't look good. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't look good for me. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta stay away from stuff like that. You never catch me at a nightclub, a strip club, um, anything that deals with, that's known for its wickedness and folly. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from that. You know, stay away from that stuff. But yeah, was there something else I wanted to say? Yeah, you know, like I said, brothers and sisters who had assumptions, I don't blame them at all because we didn't have all the information. And a lot of us tried to reach out. A lot of us tried to reach out to members of Sakari and got no response. You know what I'm saying? So you can't blame us when we're like, oh yeah, these brothers are at the strip club because we see naked women with bottles. That's the same shit they do at the strip club. Those bottle service girls are at the strip club too, and they serve drinks like that. And then also you have video of these same sisters popping their naked asses. Their asses are hanging out. They up there twerking and doing all this dancing and stuff. Why wouldn't people think it's a strip club? Because it looks just like a damn strip club. It looks just like a strip club. So you can't blame people for thinking that it was a strip club. You can't blame people for saying that it was a strip club. Now, after you verified that it wasn't a strip club and they're saying, oh, he was at a strip club, okay, now that's bearing false witness. Because you know that it wasn't a strip club. The brother gave the name of the establishment, and you can go and Google it, and you can see that it's a nightclub. It's not a strip club. So if you're doing it after the fact, then yeah, you're bearing false witness. But what else? Yeah, but I still mean everything I say about camps. This is, this right here is why I'm not in camps, because as you've seen, it was hundreds of people there. Some people who weren't part of Sakari, some people who were part of Sakari. None of them, from what I'm hearing, and from what I've seen, none of those people came to the leadership of Sakari. It's like, what the hell is going on? Why in the fuck y'all doing this? Why is this going on like this right now? So they didn't hold each other accountable, and a lot of people feel like the reason why they're apologizing is because they were caught. Had this been done in darkness, then there wouldn't have been no problem. And I don't know if that's true or not, because Deacon did seem reluctant to apologize the first day when he made his post that I showed in the video that I had yesterday. So who knows, man? Who knows? But this Passover for me, this was the first Passover that I had that was very small. And I mean very small. It was just me and my wife this Passover. That celebrated Passover and Feast of Unleavened Bread, usually with the congregation and stuff like that. But it's just so much folly going on, man. So much folly in the world, man. Really, even if you're part of the camp, work on your house. Work on your house. Don't be trying to work on other people's homes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that, man. I mean, you can always try to help a brother, help a sister out and stuff like that. But don't be up here trying to take over other people's households and tell them what they should and should not be doing, based off of, what your opinion is. I mean, you can only tell a person so much based off of scripture. You can only, like, hey, this is what it says, this is what we're supposed to do. And beyond that, you can't do any more than that. But you have people out here who be trying to, like, force their way in, but like, nah, brother, since you ain't with us, you wicked, and blah, 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 blah. You can't get truth now since you're gone, and all this dumb crap, man. So I just stay away from camps, man, because man, a lot of these camps out here are wicked. I'm not saying that every camp out here is wicked, but a lot of them are wicked, man. And a lot of leadership tainted and evil, man. Tainted and evil. So, I'm glad that Sakari sees the error of their ways, but it's sad that before people came down on them, they didn't see it. And a lot of big, YouTubers who are Israelites got at them too. Like, hollered at the brother like Maccabees TV, um, Inside the Nation hollered at them, and I'm sure a lot of other big brothers hollered at them too. Like, uh, 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 well, why can't I think of his name right now? Priest Kahan. Um, hollered at. I'm sure probably hollered at him because Priest Kahan, man. I never met the brother in person, but I know a lot of people who deal with the brother. The brother, he also, if you're an Israelite, you need like paperwork to show that you're Israelite and all that stuff. He does that stuff for free. I don't know if he does it for free. I know he did it for me for free, but he he can do your paperwork for you, and stuff like that, so you can get your feast days off and everything. But I know that brother don't play. You know what I'm saying? He does not play. So I'm sure he hit them up like, "Yo, what is this?" But yeah, and I'm sure that's probably what got them to apologize, because it seemed like before that they did not see the error in their ways, man, and that's scary. That's scary, man. But I'm glad, and this is the thing. I don't think that we should let someone who we reverence to be able to correct us. Even the smallest person who you think is insignificant, you should allow them. You should consider their words of correction. If there's a chance of you being wrong, you should consider their words, man. The greatest of us and the least of us, man. You know, because there's a lot of people who are respecters of persons, and they need someone over top of them to tell them, "Hey, you're doing wrong." And those are the only people who can tell them that they're doing wrong, and then they'll listen and consider their words. But we should consider all of our brothers' words, whether we reverence them or not. You know what I'm saying? So that's you gotta be careful with that, man. That's why I talk about respecters of person. You cannot be a respecters of person. You cannot be like, oh, I'm only gonna listen to him because he's leadership. I ain't gonna listen to you, brother, because you ain't got no rank or nothing, man. Because that's that's almost tiptoeing into idolatry. Because a lot of these men out here in these camps, a lot of them worship their leadership. A lot of them reverence their leadership in a perverted way. So just do your thing, man. Do your thing. Even if you're in a camp, abstain from wickedness, man. If you're alone, abstain from wickedness. I'm not part of a camp. I do, during certain feast days, congregate with brothers and sisters, stuff like that. But I mostly stay to myself for the most part. But I still do my teaching and, learning, because it's always a learning process. But yeah, I really, I feel that Sakari did the right thing by apologizing, but I feel like they kind of took a step backwards by trying to blame everyone who had reservations or assumptions about what they might have done. And you can't blame people for that, because, it's not their fault that you weren't forthcoming with your situation. Immediately, I really think immediately they should have explained that shit. They should have explained that shit immediately and not wait a day or two. But like, you know what? It's not what it seems, guys. This is where we went. This is the location. We were wrong. Blah, 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 blah. They should have did it the first day. Because I can't blame someone. Say if I show up to the job, right, and I'm sick. Maybe I took like some medication that made me sick, right, and it has me drowsy, so I'm like tripping over stuff or whatever, and I'm falling over and I'm like looking all woozy and stuff, like I'm about to throw up. And somebody at my job says, "Oh, I think he's drunk," because I seen that he had a little bottle of liquor in his car. I think that brother's drunk, man. And then, you know, of course I'm gonna be like, nah, I'm not drunk. I'm just sick. I'm just sick. And if I say that, you really think they're gonna believe me? You really think that they're simply gonna believe me just because I said that I'm sick? No, they're not gonna believe me. I have to actually show that I'm not drunk. You know, I'm like, okay, yeah, there's a bottle in the car, but that's from last night. You know what I'm saying? This is what's making me sick. Show them the medication, and it says that it can make you drowsy, and it can give you this and that, right? And then, of course, they may try to, do like a little drug test on me and see that I don't have alcohol in my system. Then that's when, after that point, if they're saying that, hey, this brother is drunk and all this stuff, now they're bearing false witness on me because I showed them that I didn't. Because remember, there's remember that we have to prove all things, okay? Because there's nothing wrong with making allegations at all. There's nothing wrong with making allegations because we're simply going off from what we're witnessing, right? But it's up to everyone to prove their case, okay? Just like the tokens of virginity. A father has to prove that his daughter is a virgin. You see what I'm saying? You can't just be like, oh well, my daughter's a virgin, so here you go. No, once when you find out, once when you go up in the sister and you see that, she's bleeding, okay, now you know she's a virgin. But when you find out that she's not a virgin, when she's not bleeding, then you find out that she's not a virgin. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta prove your case, and you can't be mad that people went off from what they seen, because we seen one thing. Anybody looking at that would think that it was a strip club, and I don't blame people for thinking that. So all those people who say, "Oh man, he was at a strip club," okay, yeah, that's what it appeared to be. That's what it appeared to be. That's why Paul said, abstain from all appearance of evil, because appearing to be doing something wicked can get your ass killed. You know what I'm saying? So stay away from it. So you can't blame people for that. You cannot blame people for that. But if people are still trying to say that you did a certain thing after the fact, after you already proven yourself, okay, now they're bearing false witness on you. So, that's the only issue that I have with Al-Azhar and Sakari right now, is that, I feel like they're trying to deflect by trying to put the blame on everyone else who've seen them in appearance of doing evil. Be a man about it. What they should have said in the video, I would have been like this. Okay, Akim, we were wrong. We should have halted everything once when they came out there naked and did everything they did. We apologize about that because we were wrong. However, we were not at a strip club. And I don't blame you, brothers and sisters, for saying, hey, y'all were at a strip club, because that's what it looked like. But now we've proven to you that we're not at a strip club. So at this point, if anybody says that we were at a strip club, either they didn't see this apology video, or they're bearing false witness on us. And if you've seen this video, and you heard our words, and you did your research, your due diligence, and you're still saying that we were at a strip club with strippers, then you're bearing false witness on us. That's what they should have said, instead of trying to almost immediately after apologizing saying, oh, y'all bearing false witness on us. And I'm like, oh, you kind of just killed the fucking point of the video, like, hell. But hey, everybody's human. We're not perfect. We are not perfect. I was saying that all through the video yesterday. We're not perfect. And I love them brothers, man. And I hope that, something like this never happens again, with any of our people, man. We just don't need this. We got a lot of shit going on right now as it is. We do not need this. Oh, I'm so mad, though. I'm really pissed because Vocab the fucking devil, Hashatan Seed Malone. You know, that devil. Oh my god, man. Oh my god. Anybody who watches what is that channel called? Shit, what is that channel called? He does movie reviews, but he has this one called, what is the reviews called? Hilariosities. And if you ever seen the movie Trolls 2, there's this guy who, when he gets killed or he's seeing people get eaten, they get turned into plants and they get eaten. He's like, oh my god. It's hilarious. It's a hilariously bad movie, but anyways, man, Vocab, he is going to have a field day with this. I heard that he's already made some comments about it, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's already, made a video about it or whatnot. But these Christian apologists, they are going to go hard. It's not a good look, Akim. It is not a good look. And, honestly, some of the things that they're going to say, what can we say about it? I mean, we preach that we're not supposed to be up in places like that. And yet, here you go. Some of the biggest names out of the Hebrew Israelite community up here in the nightclub with some bottle girls who are not modestly dressed, which is one thing that we preach. We preach that sisters should be modestly dressed. We preach that we should abstain from all appearance of evil. We teach our brothers and sisters not to whoremonger or to... I'm not saying that they were whoremongering, but that's what they're going to try to say. Like, oh man, y'all up here lusting and wanting these women to, they're going to be fabricating shit. They're going to be fabricating shit, but it just doesn't look good. Damn, man, damn. We already have it bad enough, man, when you got brothers out here cussing people out, not teaching from a loving standpoint. But now we got this to deal with. And one thing I have to say about Sakari, I don't really like the whole debate things that they gotta do, like feel like they gotta debate everybody over everything. But one thing that I do like is their street teaching. Unlike some of these camps, they out there, man, they teach with compassion, like for our people. They're like, hey sister, let me holler at you. They're not out there, you should be wearing pants. They will tell you, I believe that they believe in the no pants doctrine for women. I'm not sure. But they're not out there ripping sisters' heads off about wearing pants. They're like, oh yeah, you're going to be destroyed. The Most High is going to destroy you. Blah, 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 blah. A nuclear missile won't come. Blah, 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 for wearing pants. No, they're like, hey sis, you shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing that. This is why. This is who you are. What tribe you from? I mean, where's your father from? Now, I don't believe in the whole 12 tribes charge. You already know that. But, they come from a caring standpoint. And I do appreciate that about Sakari. They're, for the most part, they're teaching where our people are. Some camps be going out there, like GMS, for example. They be right there in the middle of fucking Times Square teaching a bunch of Gentiles that, hey, you're possibly Israel. That shit was such folly, man. When I look back at that, especially with the little patriarchs, if you will, of GMS, when I look back, I'm like, yo, that shit is crazy, man. Crazy. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, these devils, man, Hashatan was happy. He was happy when he found out what was going down, man. I'm not talking about actual Hashatan. I'm talking about Vocab Hashatan. That's what his name is. His name is not Vocab Malone, man. His name is Vocab Hashatan. When he found out what was going on, he was happy. Man. Him and his father. Hashatan. But yeah, man. Those Christian apologists gonna go in hard about this whole thing. But yeah, man. If I done any wrong, any transgressions in the eyes of the Most High and my people, I apologize. I apologize. To Sakari, if I done something wrong, because I could be ignorant of something I may have done. I may have said something and you know said something in the moment and didn't understand what I was saying. May have meant it, may not have meant it. But at the end of the day, I may have still been wrong. So I apologize for any wrong that I have done. And you guys know I don't have a issue apologizing about being wrong. It's funny. This bus is right beside me. He's running the ignition, right, trying to get it turned over. I was cracking up yesterday because I'm like, what is he doing? You really think he'll get his bus started like that? I'm like, what the hell? He's going to end up messing up the starter on his bus doing that. And then next thing I know, after like a whole 2 minutes of doing what he's doing right now, after a whole 2 minutes of doing that, guess what? That thing was like started up. I was like, oh hell no! It had me cracking up, man. I'm over here doubting this man, and he made it come through, man. Let's see if it's gonna happen today. He's trying. He's trying. I had a similar situation with my bus a few months ago. The starter went out. It didn't want to start it up. See, there, see? You got it. You got it. He knows something I don't, man. Cause I give up after a few of them trying to start. I'll give up. I'm like, okay. Let me go get the mechanics. Yeah. But anyways, man, I got to continue putting this project of mine together for this brother that I know. I gotta get back to that. I was doing it yesterday morning. I'm gonna try to do a little bit more this morning. But try to, convert this brother into accepting Hamashiach, man, because he doesn't accept Hamashiach. He thinks Hamashiach is an idol, and I don't blame him for viewing it like that. And the reason why I say that is because this brother is fresh out I'm not gonna say fresh out the Christian church, because he's been on his walk, trying to follow the Most High. I put that in quotes. I don't really know his intentions, but I can only take his word for what he's trying to do. But he's been trying to follow the Most High for I think like 2 years now. But he's an Old Testament brother, and I think he gets that from the sister who brought him into. Well, I don't know if she brought him into the truth, but she was one of the main people who got him in this walk. My wife, along with the other woman, my wife, she accepts Hamashiach, while the other sister doesn't. She's an OT person too, and they believe that Hamashiach is an idol, and I can see why, because they associate Hamashiach with so-called with Jesus Christ, the white guy, and that white guy is an idol for the Christian church. He is an idol in the Christian church. They say that, Jesus, God, and the Holy Spirit are all one, And then in certain sectors of Christianity, the Catholics, they worship all these damn saints and Mary. You know what I'm saying? They put them above Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? But what me and my wife has been telling this brother is that we don't idolize Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is our unblemished lamb. He was sent here to bear all of our sins and to be our ultimate sacrifice, to where right now, because Yahweh he's wise. He's wise. He's wiser than any man can ever be. You know what I'm saying? And Yahweh knew, because of our transgressions, that he was going to put us into captivity. And he knew that our temples were going to be destroyed. He knew that Israel would be dispersed, that we wouldn't have our priest class here. So what he did is he sent down his son, which is our high priest, our unblemished lamb, and all our transgressions were put onto him, and he was sacrificed for us. So now all we have to do is repent of our wickedness, and ask for forgiveness through the name of Yahweh Shai, because we no longer have our temples anymore. We no longer have our homeland. We no longer have our priests to conduct sacrifices. You see what I'm saying? So I'm working on the project, getting a lot of verses and stuff like that together to show this brother that Hamashiach was put here for that he's not our God. And just because we have to go through him to get to the Father does not mean that he is God or Elohim. Yahweh tells you in the book of Amos, and this is what I really want y'all brothers to do. I want y'all to go to the Septuagint. You can find the I think it's Breton Septuagint online, or Brenton, I'm not sure which one it is. Brenton, I think it is Brenton. Septuagint online, and go to Amos chapter 7. Don't read it in the King James, because King James is going to have you confused. I've asked around. I even asked elders, brothers who've been in this game for over 20 some years, to break down that script, and they can't break it down. And that's because they're only reading out the King James. But when you read out the Septuagint, you get a clear understanding. You get a clear understanding that it's talking about Hamashiach, and Yahweh is telling you that he's not going to deal with us in the same capacity. Hell, in Genesis chapter 3, Yahweh tells you that his spirit will not always strive with man. He's telling you ahead of time. He's telling you ahead of time that he's not going to always deal with us. So this is why he put Hamashiach there. Because Hamashiach comes in the spirit of Yahweh. He comes in that same spirit of Yahweh. He's not Yahweh. He's different from Yahweh. But he comes here to put in his Father work. Yahweh's like, yo. Y'all have been bad kids. I'm not going to deal with y'all anymore in the same capacity that I dealt with y'all before, because you're wicked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take your big brother, and in order to talk to me, you're going to have to deal with your big brother first. You come correct to your big brother, okay, now you can talk to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going on. So I'm just putting this stuff together for him. I'm bringing all these verses together, showing him that, Yahweh prophesied Yahweh Shai is coming in the Old Testament, because his brother's OT only. And, one of the key scriptures that I'm going to use is Isaiah 53. A lot of brothers in the truth know about Isaiah 53, because that is like one of the most blatant prophecies of Yahweh Shai stepping on the scene. And if you choose to ignore that, bro, you lost. There's other scripts, Psalm, but that has to be the top. That has to be the best one. That has to be the best one, man. Because it's like, you can't deny it. Everything that was spoken of in Isaiah, the 53rd chapter, happened to Yahweh Shai. And if you don't accept after that point, you're just a lost cause. And that's all I can really say. So anyways, guys, as you can hear, this is a loud bus beside me, so I'm about to wrap this up. So I will talk to you all later. I pray that the Most High, I pray in the name of Yahweh Shai, that the Most High blesses you all. Watch over your house, protect y'all, increase your understanding and wisdom. Keep y'all humble, always learning. Because we have to be as babes in order to get into this kingdom. We have to humble ourselves, man. Truly humble ourselves. I know that we're not always perfect. Sometimes pride do creep in and stuff like that. It happens to me too. But we gotta humble ourselves. We really do, as a people. My wife, before I go, she pointed out something very, very funny. She was like, Israel never comes together. We never come together for anything. But the only thing we all came together for was about this whole Sakari thing, that they were wrong. I was like, you're right. I was like, damn, only if we could do that, and and like, you know, progressing our people and keeping the Most High's will, we'd be good right now. We'd be set. But yeah. I thought that was funny. All right, well, Shalom, and Yahweh bless. Shalom, everyone.